when I'm not really feeling the love from some of my students.
Sean is a lonely, stupid noob.
I like to answer questions that I get on YouTube, so let's get to it. Grand Haven versus whatever beach you currently live by. Go. So for a beach question, I had to bring in the beach goddess Kindred to help me with that. So Grand Haven is where I went to high school, Grand Haven, Michigan. She'll also probably be eating for the duration of this video. You're like covered like dust from that. All right, so I used to live on Grand Haven Beach, which is on Lake Michigan. And now I live on Siesta Key, so it's a Florida beach. So we're talking freshwater beach versus saltwater beach.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
Freshwater, I always feel nice and fresh after, but saltwater is like, the Gulf is just really warm, like a big bathtub.
It's your professional assessment, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really
definitely feel more fresh after the fresh.
I really don't care. I'm not really a beach guy, honestly. Like, I live here and I like never go to the beach, like really ever. So
he lives on the beach and he doesn't go to the
So I guess I'll say freshwater because there's dolphins. No, it's not dolphins. Dolphins are in the saltwater beach.
They have freshwater
here.
dolphins.
Well, not in Michigan. Not that I
True.
saw anyway.
But
Next question.
I think they have freshwater dolphins, yeah.
Sean, this leads to an interesting question. This song is a horrific assault on the listener, but it made this D-bag rich and famous. Even if it's for a crappy song, if you had the opportunity to record the song before he did, knowing it would be as big as it was, would you do it? So this is in response to a video that maybe, I don't think you actually saw. It's called The Worst Song Ever Recorded, where I said it was James Blunt, You're Beautiful. I actually named that The Worst Song Ever Recorded, which I have a feeling you probably have an opinion on that.
It's a great song. James Blunt is great.
It's not really your QA, so we don't have to talk about it. So the question is, would I become a total sellout if it would make me money? What do you think the answer is?
Obviously.
Obviously not. I would not, and I have proof that I wouldn't, because it's not about the money, it's about musical integrity, which to some extent I feel like I have some intact. In fact, case in point, the video I released yesterday, WikiLeaks, which got like, 1,000, 1,400 views.
Who's counting?
Exactly. If I would have named that video like awesome aharmonic minor lick that'll blow your mind, it probably would have gotten like 20,000 views. But I don't, because really at the end of the day, I'm just trying to entertain myself. So I don't think I would sell out. I mean, there are certain instances as far as like product placement.
No,
Yeah, it's not.
No, you're integral.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really sincere too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't. A good night's sleep is more valuable to me than millions of dollars.
Right.
And adulation.
An interesting question somebody asked me was if.
Do you want to finish that first, maybe, before you speak?
Yeah.
You can eat aloes?
Almost. Is a similar question, same field. Is that would I like essentially take money from like a corporation that I wouldn't necessarily work with to then be able to use that money to like raise awareness and do good? And I definitely wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she's Instagram famous, by the way. I'll link you below if you want to check that out. Aloha, Sean. What, in your opinion, is the best way to learn the way songs are truly played by the artist? I'm learning to read music so that I can get the songs right, but I hear about a lot of the books not being accurate. Mahalo. So I'm probably not the best guy to ask on how to play songs correctly, because I almost go out of my way to play songs way differently than they're supposed to be played incorrectly, whatever. But I know what you're saying, because if there is a way, or if there's a time where you need to play it just like you play it, a lot of times, like a tab thing on Ultimate Guitar will be wrong. But I really think the only way to do it is to go on YouTube, check out a live performance, and then just try to watch that guitarist's hands and fingers. It's usually, in my experience, the best way to kind of figure out exactly what they're doing, or at least get you in the ballpark. And then really, the best way is to just practice ear training so you can hear exactly what's going on and be able to hear what they're doing and then do it yourself if you're a true boss. I can never get enough of your Salty Blues comments voice. I start laughing every time it starts. Question, any tips for meeting any and all types of musicians to jam with for a guy living in a small town area? I post vids of me playing on Facebook about once a month, but that seems to generate no interest. Kind of the million-dollar question, right? Like, how do you meet other like-minded musicians? I mean, what are some things that you've done?
Well, for instance, I found you on Instagram and hit you up.
Kind of lurked me.
Yeah, I'll lurk.
In a way, I suppose.
But there's other ways, like Facebook groups or, that's what he said, he
You said
Going to musical jams too, like going to meetups of.
You just gotta
sorts.
get out there.
Get out there.
Like in person is the best way. I mean, sometimes you can slide into DMs, that'll work.
Yeah, but
Otherwise, going to
meet them in real life is.
going to guitar shops, I think, is the best place. So even if it's a small town, you might not have like a guitar shop. There's probably something nearby, hopefully. Because that's where I met Justin. That's where I met Ian, and we're like lifelong.
Wow, at
musical.
the store.
At the guitar company shop. Yeah. So I think shops, but you have to maintain the proper etiquette because you don't want to just be there like playing Stairway to Heaven and like annoying everybody.
Yeah.
So just be cool, be genuine, and then just get out there. Go to, like you said, go to jams, go to shows, stuff like that, and then just be conversational with people. That's what it's all about. Another great QA. I was playing the Beatles' Revolver for my sister last night, the first time she ever heard it. She commented that no pop star today would dare have so many different styles and genres of music on one album nowadays. Considering how important singles have become and how unimportant non-single tracks are becoming, do you think that we will see more musical risks and or diversity from pop music albums in the future? So you're more of a pop guru than I am, but I kind of think that... You okay?
I'm reading it.
Okay. I kind of think that, with pop, the diversity is kind of at like a sad moment right now. So I would go ahead and say, since pop music is, like the Beatles being pop back then was so cool. Like nowadays, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the current state of pop music. It all kind of sounds the same. And when it does evolve, it kind of all evolves together. Like this recent trend has kind of been like a Latin pop type deal. I don't know if you've noticed this. But there's like a lot more like Latin beats kind of going in pop music. So everything moves together. So it's not like an individual type thing going. So I don't really have a lot of hope for pop music in the future. I'm sure at some point it'll change, come around. And maybe like new post-rock will be the new pop. I don't know. I just generally don't have a lot of hope for pop music in general. Know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
No. I don't really know what to say.
Are you really gonna eat all these? Can you save me like one for tomorrow?
For a good time.
For a good
I'll
time.
save you two.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to cut you off.
I don't want to.
You sure?
I've eaten like more than half this bag.
Are you just kind of like stress eating because of the nerves of being on this QA right now?
It's the sweetness on it. It keeps
Watch on mute. You're welcome. So this is a kind of a Salty Blues comment, but also kind of a compliment at the same time. Yeah. And I've actually talked a little bit about it before. Like, if you can appeal to my vanity in any way, like you can say whatever you want about my actual like playing or teaching ability, because I'm always kind of complimented on that first. So you thought you were leaving a Salty Blues comment, but joke's on you, my friend. Do percussive instruments have musical notes like A sharp, B, etc.? Yes, they do. Really anything that makes noise is vibrating or resonating at some kind of pitch or in between some kind of pitch. So like some of the best drummers, what they do is they'll actually tune their kit to a key that the band plays a lot of songs in. And you can kind of do that with anything. You can do that with like a djembe, really anything. Seriously, anything. Even like the wind, like that's why like maybe like you're playing like the windows rattle or something is because they'll like vibrate sympathetically. Is that the word that I'm looking for? I don't know. So yeah, everything has a pitch associated with it. And you can kind of go out of control as far as like tuning to some point. At some point it doesn't really matter. But if you're thoughtful about it, it's kind of something that you can always kind of rock out. Sean, if you don't mind, a personal question. Are you left-handed? I noticed that you were drawing on the latte with your left hand. If so, were you forced to play right-handed guitar? Happy New Year, and thanks for all that you do. Yeah, so it's kind of strange. Micro, I'm lefty. Macro, I'm righty. So if I'm writing, I write lefty. If I'm cutting, I cut lefty. I naturally should have played guitar lefty, but if I'm like throwing a football or a basketball, I'm mostly right-handed. Or if I'm like punching punks and stuff, I usually lead with my right.
Punching punks.
Yeah, when I'm getting punks
You
down.
said hitting biatches earlier.
I did say hitting bitches in the pre. I like to keep it mostly clean.
Yeah,
this channel. Works. She's not really as into
cleaning
my
hair
in general. Yeah, but yeah, so it's not ambidextrous, but it's like some things I'm left. I've only met 4 other people that are like that. By the way,
4 is one of your numbers, right?
It's a number
3.
for sure. Yeah.
Or 4.
My brother is like that.
Mm-hmm.
One of my best friends from high school is like that. Guitar Goddess is like that. And so is Allie. Allie's also like that. So if you're lefty righty, join the party. Hit me up. Let me know because we got to stick together. All right, for listening homework, we got some chill R&B stuff going on. Moses Sumney found this through Spotify Radio. If you like some kind of soulful singing over major 7 chords, and this is a dude for you.
Oh, you had already heard of him?
No, I
Or
haven't.
somebody gives
Spotify Radio. So you got to get on that streaming service stuff. You're missing out on.
Why is that your homework though?
It's their homework. Have you never watched the QA before? Jeez. Anyways, if you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comment section. Instagram, Twitter,
I'll see you
or the
there.
website.
Yes, I got a lot of questions.
I'll bet you do.
Leave it up to me.
See ya.